How you doing? Welcome to Staten Island. Today we are in New York Harbor and we are blackfishing, and we're using some green crabs for bait on blackfish jigs. I'll explain that to you guys in a second. So now we just launched at the marina. Behind me is the Verrazano Bridge. To the right of me is Brooklyn, New York. Straight up my view is Manhattan, downtown Manhattan, Jersey City, Bayonne. Bunch of cruise ships and big tankers. New York Harbor is probably one of the most heavily used harbors. It's a pretty polluted place sometimes. This year the water's been very off color, most likely due to the rains and the hurricanes more than man-made. But the man-made pollution does have an impact on it for sure. I see a lot of plastics floating around, but nonetheless it is a beautiful place. And a beautiful day out here. And we're almost at a rocky spot over here. The blackfish love rocky spots. So today we're going to be fishing a broken down pier that has dilapidated and spread out over the whole area. Cement, all the wood, all the steel. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab onto one of these pilings. See right here. And we are going to lasso up to it for a quick escape if needed, because as boats come by the wakes get really big over here. Sometimes you got to paddle out. So the bait we're using today is green crabs, live green crab, and they want to bite you. And we're going to pull these claws off. Let me push away, and we're going to cut them in half with a scissor. Just like so. Pretty tough shell sometimes. And now we got a half a crab. We're going to take our pole, which has a blackfish jig on it and some crab from the last time we were fishing, and we're going to put that crab on through its leg holes. Actually, these fish over here like when it's legless, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these legs off too. Chum up the water with them at the same time. Here's our blackfish jig. It's basically just a lead-headed jig with an offset hook, and extend it down to the bottom. You have less chance of foul hooking the wreck with less hardware. You have less sinkers, less swivels, less everything. So then here we go, right on the blackfish hook jig, we have a little piece of crab right there. And we are going to cast it right, not too far from where we're at, pretty much straight down. And we're going to let it sit on the bottom for a second. About 20 feet of water over here, and right there is about 0 feet of water. So we're on a sharp drop off right here. Now I got my bait on the bottom. I'm going to bounce it up and down a couple of times and keep a sharp eye on it, because these blackfish come quick. And here's a nibble right here, and they steal your bait in one shot. So here I am getting a hit, but you have to let them eat it for a while. Oh, nope. Swing and a miss. And that's very common with blackfish. I let him eat for a while. And as you can see, he stole my bait. So we'll try again. Cut the legs off this one. We're not far from the Staten Island ferry terminal. I could see one getting ready to pull out just north of me. You'll probably hear his whistle in a minute. And let's get this crab on the hook. I mangled this one, but we'll doctor him up. They like when you take that back shell off. It really seems to make a difference in how fast they bite it and the hookup ratio. And you do want to put it on the hook really good, just like that. Spend a couple seconds. If it's on that hook real loose, first nibble, you'll be out of bait and fishing on credit, as we like to say. So here we go. I'm down to the bottom, and just going to bounce it up and down a couple times. Get ready for a strike. And it's mid-October. Pretty warm day for October, but fish usually come in right about now. And this year they were a little early. And here we go. Fish on. So they're pretty good pullers, the blackfish, even when they're smaller. And get them in the boat. we go. New York Harbor blackfish. I'll show them to you in a second. They got to be 14 inches to keep. This one isn't a keeper at all, so he'll go back. And we'll try again. They got a nice set of... That's some nasty water to get in your mouth. They got a nasty set of teeth on them, so you try not to touch their mouths while you're reeling them in. And that little guy gave me a good splash, but there's much bigger ones here. And we'll try again. And this crab's a little feisty. We're going to pull his claws off because he just bit me. Ouch. We're going to cut him in half again. We're going to cut the legs off, just like we said. And we're going to thread him on the hook in one leg hole and out the other leg hole. Give it a twist, pull that shell off, and have that piece of bait right on the hook again. Cast it out just a little bit. Oh, tangled around the tip of the rod here for a second. Let's try reeling in again. So we'll send him down to the bottom. About 20 feet of water. Incoming tide here in New York Harbor seems to be better for the blackfishing, but I'm sure you can catch them on the outgoing too. I see guys fishing here, and I've caught some fish on the outgoing, but the numbers have always been better on the incoming. So it's down to the bottom. I'm getting nibbles already. It's that fast. But you actually want to wait for the right nibble. You want to wait for a bigger fish to come and hit it. You can actually feel the difference. And this is a little guy, but sometimes they'll draw the attention of the bigger ones. Alright, there we go. There was one. And they pull pretty good, for sure. Well, he swam into the kayak. And here he comes in. Another New York Harbor blackfish. He's in the boat. Not bad. Fun on light tackle, spinning tackle with the blackfish jig. Makes it a lot fun. A lot of guys come out here with conventional gear and heavy tackle targeting these blackfish, and it just kills a lot of the fight of it. I like working them on this spinning rod and a blackfish jig. So anyway, I'm going to get to some serious fishing now. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.